Hello and welcome back to the Common Colt Podcast. The Colts Podcast with real takes and no clickbait. I'm Josh Hudgens, joined by Dan Hertzler. What's up, Dan?
Hey, we gotta win. We gotta win, man. It feels good. It's been a few weeks here since the Colts been able to kind of close some out these games, and here they did against the Panthers. A lot of different though feelings. I'm not sure how excited we are, or I'm not sure kind of where we're feeling this. Josh, help me out a little bit. Give me one word. What's our reaction here?
Pleasant. I feel good. At the end of the day, a win's a win, and it might have been an ugly win, but an ugly win is better than any kind of loss. And we did find a way defensively to step up in this game. Obviously, the past couple of weeks, it was really, in my opinion, I know we had turnovers, but it was really the defense that costs the Colts some of these matchups. So to have the defense step up and kind of contain the Panthers team and Bryce Young, which I want to talk about in a little bit, was a pleasant feeling. What about you? What's your one word reaction?
I'm grateful. I know we're a little early here for Thanksgiving, but I'm just
Oh.
grateful that the Colts are not in the Panthers situation. That's what I just kept feeling watching this game over and over again. I feel like we got the better coach right now. I don't know what's going on with Frank Reich, but I think Shane Steichen is just heads above him right now. I think we eventually probably have the better quarterback. Bryce Young was not very impressive today. Looked every bit as a rookie. Looked like somebody that, especially on a day-to-day when CJ Stroud goes off for the Texans,
Yeah.
man, I can't even imagine being a Panthers fan right now and just kind of going through what they're thinking of. Giving up first-round picks for this guy. Man, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful we're a young team and we're growing. So it wasn't the prettiest win, like you said. I don't know if this means we're a great team or we're back or anything like that.
Uh,
I'm just grateful that we're just not the Panthers.
yeah, that's a really good point, and we kind of give the authentic takes, and the authentic take is, hey, look, Frank Reich looked like a deer in the headlights on the sideline. They kept panning to him, and he's just got the blank stare and kind of a stare we're used to as Colts fans. And I'm not the type of guy, and we've talked about this before, but I know some Colts fans like prey on the demise of former players and coaches. I'm not really that guy. Obviously, when we play them, I want our guys to outperform their guys, and I want to beat Frank, which is what we did today. To me, it's clear cut. The Colts, whether they were great or whether they're a great team or not, they were more prepared today. Defensively, they had a good plan in place to stop Bryce Young. And Bryce Young, like you said, just not very impressive. The Panthers traded up to get this guy, number one overall. And we had talked, we made a video after the season ended when the Panthers made that trade with the Bears, and we were mad at the Colts. We said, hey, the Colts screwed up. They should have traded up to get their franchise quarterback, and they didn't. Now, could they have got CJ Stroud number one overall, and maybe is he going to be the best in the draft? I don't know. But the truth is, sometimes it's better what you don't do, and the Colts didn't trade up to get Bryce Young. He just looked off, and really part of the reason, and I'm going to toss out my game ball right now if I'm in the locker room, Kenny Moore, here you go, buddy. 2 interceptions, 2 pick sixes. He not only brought him back, but they flashed the cameras to his sisters, I think it was, and they were cheering. Always kind of cool to see the family reactions. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the prettiest game, but there's still some stuff that happened that made me proud to be a Colts fan and kind of get to see the green by the schedule, see the green W.
Yeah, that's the last few weeks that they've battled, they've played hard. A few games they were kind of outmatched, but not a lot. I mean, we've seen this team compete, and you compare that to what this Panthers team looks like, and it's just crazy. Like I know Kenny Moore had a great game. I don't want to take anything away from him, but I don't know if the defense really did much today, other than they just sat back and waited for Bryce Young to just kind of poop the bed. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
he did. He just that second INT, he just threw right to Kenny Moore. The first one, Kenny Moore made a nice little jump on it, but it was just another bad throw. I mean, both of those plays weren't anything where we were bringing all this pressure. We were dialing up all these zone
Yeah,
blitzes, all these
good point.
crazy stuff. We just sat back and just said, all right, let's see if you can beat us. And they couldn't. And so, again, it just felt a lot more like the Panthers are just a bad NFL team. I mean, hey, look around the league. There are a lot of
There are.
bad NFL teams, and the Colts are not one of them. So let's be thankful and grateful for that. They're also really young. And so those are really good, promising things. That they've got the right coach in place. Those are things we should be thankful for. And I'm just glad we got a win. We're still in the playoff hunt. I mean, that's the wildest, craziest thing when you think about who the Colts are and where they are, losing AR and all the other stuff. You look at their schedule coming up. You got, what is it, the
Patriots.
Patriots, the Bucks. two very winnable games. Then you got a Titans game that's almost kind of like a must-win game. So you got some of these games coming up. Man, we can get excited a little bit because the playoffs are still a shot for this team.
Yeah, I think some Colts fans obviously a little upset. This is probably our worst offensive performance of the season. Jonathan Taylor had a heck of a first half, and again, second half comes around and just kind of nothing really. That was weird. I tell you what, if Anthony Richardson was healthy and he was playing, and we have wins like this, man, could you imagine the kind of the buzz that would be kind of forming in Indianapolis right now? Just not having Anthony Richardson for some of these moments, I think it's kind of taking maybe some of the shine or the spark out of these wins. But at the end of the day, this is a Colts team who does have other young pieces. It's not the Anthony Richardson. It's not the Indianapolis Anthony Richardsons. I mean, there's other pieces on the squad. Obviously, Josh Downs was hurt, left the game early, and we hope he kind of comes back from that knee injury quickly. But I'm curious on what we're going to get from Gardner Minshew as the season progresses. The tape's out on him at this point. He obviously had a bad stretch of turnovers for a few weeks there, so we'll see. I'm gonna try to be optimistic. We got to go to Germany next against the Patriots and another team. Hey, I wanted to beat Frank. There's one other team I want to beat a little bit more, and that's Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. Something about him, man. I just want to crush them. So hopefully Gardner Minshew can do that.
Well, yeah, and you've been beating this drum for a few weeks now, and I think you're making a good point with Minshew. Teams are getting this tape on him, and they're going to understand his limitations, and so you're only going to be able to do so much. Again, you look at this thing, and we'll look over the next 24 hours, but second half offense, just pathetic, bad. I mean, they just didn't do anything, and you can't do that against better teams. Again, the defense, they were opportunistic today, but is that more about Bryce Young or is that more about the defense? Well, one guy I want to kind of highlight because I'm always kind of critical of him, or I have been, is Michael Pittman. I thought he had a really strong game, made some big time catches to keep drives going, especially in the first half. I don't know a full 180 on him yet, but I'm definitely moving towards, hey, I think the Colts need to re-sign him.
They have to.
He's just been steady in that receiving core when, Pierce has just been non-existent.
Yeah.
He seems almost like that's just not going to work. So we're going to have to see how this goes.
Yeah, like you said, Pittman stepped up big time this year with Downs, and Pierce. I think if Pierce had a bigger year, we could probably be looking at him and saying, hey, maybe we let Pittman walk or trade him or something, but that's not been the case. I'm on board with that, re-signing Pittman to something, even if it's a little short-term contract. But guys, let us know what you think in the comments. Obviously, hey, we're happy. We're going to eat that W, Jameis Winston style, and let's not clip that and turn that into a GIF. But hey, Colts win. Up next, we got the Patriots. Stay tuned for more content. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.